Hey guys, Viking Size Gamer here. So, another fun couple of days. Smackdown and NXT. Wow, okay, so Smackdown, yeah, I kind of guessed this was going to happen. Of course, the entrance straight away from Chris Jericho. And our new United States champion immediately challenged for his rematch by Kevin Owens. And AJ Styles setting that up again as well for a clash between him and Kevin Owens in the future. And as you all know, as long as you've watched SmackDown, spoilers if you haven't, Kevin Owens beat Chris Jericho for the United States Championship and got it back. So that's it now. Chris Jericho is now touring with Fozzy. He'll be leaving for a little while. The great news is that NXT has one of his songs as the theme tune for NXT TakeOver Chicago. Awesome. So I'm really looking forward to that. Other big things that have come out of SmackDown so far is the fact that Charlotte is pretty much completely turned face now. It's a good transition for her. She is much better as a heel character, but right now she needed a bit of a change of pace. There is an established heel hierarchy in SmackDown already at the moment, so having Becky Lynch on her side as well is phenomenal. You couldn't write Becky Lynch as a heel. It'd be very hard to do. She's already quite the crowd pleaser, so she's the equivalent to Bayley on SmackDown. Yeah, with less hugging and more ass kicking. Jinder Mahal, as we saw at the beginning as well, had his had Randy Orton's WWE title taken off him by Shane McMahon and returned to its rightful owner. What state Randy Orton will be in, I don't know. We haven't seen him since the House of Horrors match, so whether that match will have fundamentally changed who he is like Bray said it was, probably not. No, probably not, that's all. Then again, if we get like really aggressive, super vicious Randy Orton again, that would be awesome. That would be nice. Because if he has to, I wouldn't mind seeing a punt kick to Jinder Mahal to end the match. Because he's going to get furious if those two Singh brothers keep interfering all the time. But Jinder Mahal did have a match with Sami Zayn, which the Singh brothers interfered in once again. Of course they did. And Jinder Mahal is... he's still pretty lethal with those elbows and forearms. You may have noticed that he caught Sami in the face and made his nose bleed. It's the name of the game. You know, you're in wrestling, these things are going to happen. They're going to happen all the time. But Jinder's getting a pretty solid record now for being quite stiff, or just not really controlling his actions so much. Obviously he knocked out Finn for a couple of seconds, and then now he's elbowed Sami Zayn in the face. That's... oh god. Just learn to control your actions better, Jinder. You know, you can't just go throwing arms and forearms and elbows and fists all over the place. Just control it a bit better, yeah? I'm fine with strong style, everybody is, but when you start flailing elbows and legitimately hurting superstars and other talent, that ain't right. Aiden English versus Ty Dillinger was an interesting one again. It was just Aiden English trying to sing and then being interrupted by Ty Dillinger. Good match. Ty Dillinger is such an amazing worker. Really appreciate everything he does, even from before when he was in NXT. Fantastic worker. Dolph Ziggler versus Sin Cara. What was Sin Cara wearing? He looks like some sort of Lucha Power Ranger. Don't know if that looks good or not, but either way, Dolph Ziggler pulled out the win. Good for him. The Fashion Files with Breezango. Alright. Weird sort of parody thing. I'm worried that WWE have seen Matt Hardy do his Broken Brilliance thing, and then they've just sort of decided that maybe everything can be a bit of a parody and not have that seriousness that some of the product has. And I'm glad that maybe they're doing this rather than just having weird dancing gimmicks and things like that, and maybe they're having a little bit of a parody, but I'm hoping they don't push the boat out too far and just end up sinking everything that they attach a bit of a parody to, because it'll just become really stale really quickly and nobody will care. But Breezango, credit to them, they're running with the parody thing, and it's nice to see Tyler Breeze getting a bit of more of a push. NXT though, wow, okay, so Hideo Itami looking strong. fact that Roderick Strong has had all of his vignettes playing and his background story kind of signified a bit of a push. And I'm really intrigued to see who will win next week on NXT. Will it be Roderick Strong or will it be Hideo Itami to get that #1 contendership spot? I'm seeing some shenanigans. I don't know about you. I am seeing something here that's basically going to end up with both of them competing against him. But if not, then I think we might see a Hideo Itami win, which is the more likely out of the two. Roderick Strong is newer in, and he doesn't have as strong of a fan base in NXT yet. Hideo Itami, he's been there for a long time, much credit to him, he's been out for a lot of that time, so whether or not people reckon he has got, whether he's earned the title shot because he's been out for so long, it's a different matter. He is a hell of a talent, both him and Roderick Strong, but Hideo Itami's more likely to win this one next week if there's no shenanigans and both of them aren't put in a match with him. If Hideo Itami does win, then that means that he will be going on and facing glorious Bobby Roode, which inevitably I don't see Hideo winning. And the only reason for that is Bobby Roode's probably going to have quite a long reign, but don't expect it to be over just yet for him and Hideo. I reckon this feud might go on for a little while, maybe he'll get a couple of shots before they do follow it up to Roderick Strong. I'm hoping they have a little bit of a stronger main event scene for NXT because it just seems to be one contender at a time rather than multiple people vying for it. So we'll see. It'd be nice if they do have that. Also, we saw Heavy Machinery just absolutely destroy a couple of local competitors and then announce they want the Authors of Pain. Well, size-wise and weight-wise, they're definitely two people that can compete with them, and then DIY turn around and said, well, get in line, guys. Get in line. I'm quite looking forward to seeing Heavy Machinery versus the Authors of Pain. Once DIY have established themselves that they won't be winning the tag team titles again, I don't think they will. And that's nothing against DIY, they're an incredible talent. I just think that more than likely, they're going to get onto the main roster sooner rather than later. And finally, last night we saw Asuka ruin the over-the-top Battle Royal for the Women's Championship #1 Contenders match. So, and then William Regal came out and told her that the last three people are all going to be facing her. Now she's going to have to face at NXT TakeOver Chicago, Nikki Cross, Ruby Riott, and Ember Moon. Now she has three genuine competitors. I personally don't know if Asuka's going to retain this month at NXT Chicago. But the thing is that Asuka's got to face three decent competitors. Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott have their own rivalry going on at the moment, and I don't see either of them winning that championship just yet. But Ember Moon, she got screwed over last time by some shenanigans or chicanery or whatever you want to call it. I would look at Ember Moon possibly stealing a win off Asuka and continuing their rivalry a little bit longer. I reckon Asuka has served her time as NXT Women's Champion, and now it's time for Ember Moon to take over a little bit. And they can have a little bit of a rivalry for a little while, and then eventually Asuka can get ready to move up onto the main roster. She is one hell of a talent, but I don't think she'll be moving up just yet. Asuka will probably have a few more feuds, they'll probably string it out a little bit longer. Maybe look at her heading over to one of the brands, maybe at SummerSlam time. And the last bit of WWE news is that recently Kurt Angle has turned around and said that he would want to get in a WWE ring again. In a recent interview, he has said that he is just waiting for WWE to ask him, and he knows he's being monitored, so they know they're monitoring drug use and how he's coping in the gym and his general overall status, because they want to see if he is genuinely ready to get back in the WWE ring, which is great because that's what we all want to see. We want to see Kurt Angle back in a ring for a match, even if it's just one more match. That would be awesome. So he's raring to go. He's just waiting for them to ask. Whether that will mean something that would be really good, we don't know. What kind of match that will mean, who knows. More than likely, I personally see Kurt Angle taking on somebody ridiculously large, like a Braun Strowman, because Braun Strowman will get out of hand, and then Kurt Angle will just say, well, I'll have to sort you out. That's where I see it going anyway. Otherwise, you can let me know down in the comments what you guys think he'll end up with Kurt Angle. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more WWE 2K18 news and WWE news in general as well. We're going for 1,000 subs. Don't know if you guys have heard. Live stream coming at 1,000 subs. I am looking forward to that. I'm sure you guys are too. Otherwise, too sweet me bros. Catch you next time.